Hello friends, welcome to Slow Paced Journeys. In this episode we visit Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disneyland. Welcome to the journey. So we are huge Star Wars fans, and needless to say we're also huge Disney fans. So we were really excited to see what Galaxy's Edge was going to be like. And as is typical for Disney, they paid attention to every minute detail, and we loved it. There are 3 entrances into Galaxy's Edge from the other parts of Disneyland. There's this top entrance, which is behind Big Thunder Mountain from Fantasyland. There's a middle one that is also to the side of Big Thunder Mountain from Frontierland, and then there's a bottom one that comes in from Critter Country. One of the things that really sets Galaxy's Edge apart from the other areas of Disneyland is that it's a much more immersive experience. As you're walking around, you will see cast members that are in character within Galaxy's Edge. You'll see stormtroopers, you'll see Kylo Ren. You can hear the stormtroopers calling to me. They're trying to question me about what it is I'm doing in this secured part of the town recording. It was really kind of funny, but it's also really cool because it's part of the whole story and theming experience.
A resistant spy. I want every channel monitored. No unauthorized transmissions. Break the encryption or break the data path. I don't answer to you.
The First Order will be watching you. Keep it moving. Move back.
By this spy gal on the bottom.
This one to me.
Here. Good luck.
There is a resistant spy in his outpost. I won't allow suspicion. Find out what you can. Excellent. You should be proud. Serve the First Order. Very good.
You enjoy your day now.
We have heard a rumor of a spy operating the bottom. Should you have any useful information, step forward to report. You seem quite accusatory there, my dear. Congratulations, you are now under observation for the rest of the day. And to all of you, I suggest you all stand up straight. Sir, did you find what you were looking for? Sir?
Double the patrols.
Of course.
Interrogate the merchants. Detain travelers. I want information. Do not fail, Lieutenant. Are we clear?
We are clear, sir. Troopers, you will join recon unit and question anyone. And if you find someone is supporting our enemy, you will bring them to me. And I will deal with them myself. Am I clear?
Affirmative.
Now, move.
So typical to Disney detail, the story associated with Galaxy's Edge is that when you enter the town through the upper entrance, you're coming into the part that is controlled by the First Order. And so all of the flags, the decorations, and the costumes reflect that. And then as you make your way through the town towards the bottom entrance, it becomes more and more resistance or rebel control. And you can see that transition. There are basically two ride attractions in Galaxy's Edge. Here we're at Smuggler's Run with the Millennium Falcon, and then there will be another ride down in the Resistance area called Rise of the Resistance. The detail in Galaxy's Edge is absolutely mind-boggling. There are places to sit. There are what look like storage crates or packing crates that you can sit on. There are also rock walls around some of the planning areas that are designed to be seats. Depending on how crowded the area is, some of those won't be available, and the best bet is possibly to go into some of the food places that have places to sit while you eat. By far, the coolest store in the whole area is Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. You go in, and up around the upper edge of the room are artifacts that he has collected that are from all of the different Star Wars movies and TV series. And then they have merchandise that any Star Wars fan is going to love. The only real downside to this store is it's not very big. And you come into that main entrance and you can go left or right, but it's pretty narrow. And you will have a hard time navigating if you're confined to a mobility scooter or perhaps a wheelchair. It can be done, and as long as the store's not completely packed, you should be able to still go in and look around and especially enjoy everything that there is to see in there. On the right-hand side of the store, towards the back, there is a cage in which Doc Ondar is sitting and reviewing his books and that kind of stuff. And it's actually really cool to watch him. His eyes blink, his mouth moves, he mutters to himself. Again, it's another amazing part of this particular store. Once you're past Doc Ondar's, you reach the marketplace, and the first part of that is Ronto's Roasters. And if you've heard anything at all about Galaxy's Edge, you've heard about this particular food store. We didn't actually eat there, so I can't say one way or another, but everyone is always talking about how awesome the food here is. I think we probably missed out by not trying it. You walk through this and you get into the main part of the market, and it's like you're walking through a marketplace on this alien planet in this little alien town, and there are market stalls set up on either side of the walkway. Very cool, lots of merchandise, other kind of food items that you can buy and eat. Here we've now come back, we've left Galaxy's Edge, and we're now coming back in through the Critter Country entrance. And this is a little bit longer walk to get into it. I think they've got lots of room for future expansion and other things that they can do with it. But they've done a really good job of transitioning from where you were in Disneyland into Galaxy's Edge. Just be prepared, it's a lot further to walk than the top two entrances. Here we're coming into the bottom end of the marketplace that we walked through earlier. Gives a little bit different perspective of what is in here and the kinds of things that you'll find. It's fun to just wander and try to take in everything that's around you, but it is overwhelming. I love all of the droids that are around the town. They're making noises, some of them are moving, but the sound effects are all things that you will recognize from the various movies that we love. Now we have again left Galaxy's Edge and are coming in through what I have been referring to as the middle entrance. This is the Frontierland entrance. It's a little harder to see because it's dark, but even at night, Galaxy's Edge is spectacular. All the lights, some parts of the town look a little sketchy, you know, they're not as well lit. Other parts of the town are brightly lit. You definitely need to go in at night and experience Galaxy's Edge once the sun has gone down. There are two shopping experiences that you can also have here in Galaxy's Edge. This is the Droid Depot. You come in here. This is a full-size replica of R2-D2. You can have one for a mere $25,000. Or this is also where you can build your own smaller remote control droid. And here in the back they have this assembly line. I think it's $100, and you can go and pick all of the parts, and you can put together your own remote control droid. Absolutely the coolest thing. It was fun to watch. It was fun to see what people were doing and the kinds of things that they were building. At night, here in front of the Millennium Falcon, it appears to be a really popular photo spot. All these people brought their lightsabers and they were swinging them around and having people take their pictures while standing in front of the Millennium Falcon. It makes it kind of a challenge to get up there without getting bashed in the head by one, but they were pretty good about it. And it was actually kind of fun to watch. So we knew the Disneyland fireworks were getting ready to start, and we happened to find one of these storage packing crate things that you can sit on. And so we sat here and we were just kind of relaxing and resting while we waited for the fireworks to start. And it just so happened that it was one of the areas where you were allowed to sit, and yet they wouldn't let people stand in that area while the fireworks were going on. So we had to get up and leave before the fireworks were completely over, because we had reservations to go to Oga's Cantina, which is one of the, I guess you'd call it a eating experience here in Galaxy's Edge. It's actually, they serve alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks and then some light appetizers. And it was also really, really cool. Well, that's it for this episode of Slow Paced Journeys. Thank you for watching, and we hope you'll join us next time.